Good morning. Good morning. I was just thinking about something. So I was talking to my friend yesterday, my so-called friend. Um, and I say that because I'm gonna tell y'all in a minute what's um what's going on. But I was explaining to him how I was going through stuff, in my past experience with mental health and this and that. And when I say mental health, that is a language. Psychotic. I explain this in a way that other people can understand, in a way that society can understand. I don't really believe, this is called psychotic episodes. I'm going through at a at a time when I was going through my psychotic episodes. What I really meant was at a time I was going through my spiritual journey. I was receiving insights from the Lord. I was receiving, you know, um, visions from the Lord. But in a way, you can't really express yourself in that way to everybody. So I would say I was going through spiritual episodes. I was going through psychotic episodes. I was going through psychosis. I was through post-traumatic stress disorder, just so that they can understand, just so that society can understand. To somebody that actually knows or doesn't judge and kind of knows me heart to heart, that's when I let down that shell and I be like, I was going through spiritual episodes. Um, I was having spiritual visions and this and that. But to somebody who's, judgmental or may have some type of opinion about, you know, um, just to play it safe, that's when I would say, psychotic. Psychotic breakdown or post-traumatic stress disorder or postpartum. Just to see where your mind is at. And once I see where your mind is at, then I will kind of let down that shell and be like, yeah, I'm going through spiritual episodes and this and that. Or not spiritual episodes. I keep saying that. I keep going through visions or having spiritual insights and this and that. So just to see where you at first, even if it's a person that I know a long, long time, the society just tends to get in the mix of your relationship to where a person can start judging you, or a person can be like one minute, oh yeah, I understand you was going through this spiritual phase in your life, but like they can be like that one minute and the next minute they can be like, oh, psychosis, oh, this, you know the post traumatic stress disorder and this and that, you know, that's what I'm saying. Your relationship can be, the government and society intervenes into where, I mean, into that, in the middle of y'all business and start, and that's when you can see that shift in a person. But I didn't know where this person was, how much the government touched on this person since we've been, you know, we haven't been around each other. So I played it safe and I was like, yeah, my psychotic break. I had like, post traumatic stress, postpartum, psychotic episodes, this and that. I explained it to that person like that, but like I said, it's about a language, just as a foreign language and this and that. You can't really express yourself the way you really want to. Personally, I'm going through a spiritual journey. This is where I'm at in my spiritual journey. Um, Logically, I'm going to say, you know, in a way that they can understand something that you learn in school, in a way that you understand to where I'm gonna say psychotic breakdown, post traumatic stress disorder, postpartum, this and that and the third. because, like I said, you don't know where that person is. Life happens to you, and I say that just to see where you are mentally, and then eventually, if I see, oh yeah, this person, still rock with me the same way, then I'm gonna go ahead and be like, I'm gonna, that conversation I was having about that, I'll start expressing a little bit more about how I feel truly about the situation rather than, decoding it or coding it with, or quoting it or coding it, decoding it with the way, we grew up and was raised to believe that this is that and that is this. Um, Dang, I wanted to talk about something else and I forgot. I forgot because I wound up was about to talk about him and his situation because, he felt, we friends and this and that, but we have our experiences to where we got close enough to kind of share more of our lives than like that best friend type relationship. So, I don't know. It's just sometimes you get mixed signals from your friend. We think we friends, but then you start showing these emotional, um, you start showing these emotions with that person. Like, um, we cool and all, but we just friends, and then 1 minute you're like, I'm jealous of this person. I don't want this person to be around you the way I want you. And then the next minute, and that's the thing about having friends with males. This is why you can't be friends with males, And I was raised differently, though. I was raised around all my guy cousins and my brothers and stuff like that. I was always around them, so it's like my cousin, I say my cousin Bud, he passed away a long time ago. Um, he was my best friend. I called him my best friend. I was young and he was, he was probably like 13 and I was like 6 or 7 and I wanted to hang around him and my brother, and he was like my two best friends. Like my best friends was boys. So it's like me getting older, it's like I don't see them any different. I see males as friend figures. I don't really see girls that way because, I never really get a chance with girls before something happens. But yeah, um, so it's just, you know it gets confusing when I have male friends, but at the same time, I can just be more open minded with them. I don't have experience with having, I do have my experience with having female friends, but I can't name a time where I can actually be spiritually open with them. I never had a female friend that I could be spiritually open with except my sister. Out of all of the spiritual friends that I've had, I never had a friend that I could be spiritually open with except my sister. So yeah, and I need that friend that I can be spiritually open with. And that is why I see males as that opportunity of, having that like friend that's going to be open. Um, there is, I almost had this I almost gotten close with this woman. Well, I actually gotten close to the point where I can express myself spiritually with a neighbor that was a female in this building. But, the closer we got, eventually the life happens and she wind up getting into it with her neighbor. I mean her roommate, and they wind up splitting up to where, that kind of affected our relationship. Um, so yeah, she was getting there to, we was becoming open to where we could get to that point of, being spiritual. I mean, where I can express myself spiritually with her. And I feel like if I had this female friend that I can actually, express my spiritual side with, that'll kind of replace that, you know, male role of having a male in my life to always, express myself spiritually with. Because I have a, female friend. But every time I get close to that point where I do have that female friend that shows up and I can actually express myself that way, something wind up happening and we don't get to vibe that way, So yeah. Um, Actually, like I said, I wanted to express something. I gotta remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something, but I freaking forgot. Um, yeah, it's not coming back to me. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say something, but I forgot about it. I am gonna wrap my gifts. I'm gonna wrap some of his gifts right now. Well, in a little bit. I'm really trying to remember what I was about to say. Dang it. Okay, so I'll go back to the conversation about him. So yeah, um, sometimes sometimes I have this conversation where, sometimes the conversation can get kind of, confusing, and it never hurts a friend more than when you say, well, who are you to lie to, or who are you to, you know, I'm telling the truth, so why would I lie to you about it? Um, or, you know, when they say who are you to feel like I need to lie to, and I'm just like, okay. So you take that as like you're not interested in me. If you were interested in me, then I guess that's that tradition. I was conditioned. Flirtatiously in relationships. Like, okay, so if you lie about something, then you're protecting the situation from happening or preventing something from happening. You're preventing the fact that maybe if I tell this person this, then you're not playing it cautious to where, okay, you do see me as a friend then. If you be truthful, but it's like if you reflect back on the experiences y'all had with each other, and it's just like you acted a certain way when I told you this, so now that's going to kind of, you know, play a role. That's going to affect what we have or affect any conversation that we have with each other. So I took it as that. If you show that you felt some type of way about me expressing something to you, then when you express something to me, I'm going to assume that, well, you may not be honest with me because of the way you acted before. So yeah, that's kind of how that situation went about. And he was like, well, I thought you was my friend, so I told you this, but I feel like you weren't being completely honest because of what I told you last time, and it's kind of the same situation that you just went through with, a relationship of yours. He went through something in his relationship, and I assumed that you wasn't telling me the complete honest truth because when I was being completely honest, you acted a certain way, or you made it seem as though we was playing tick for tack for each other. Like it was like a tick for tack type of situation. Like I'm gonna do this and do that. Like I'm gonna be cautious on the way I express myself or tell the truth to you because I didn't like what I heard last time. So that's how I'm thinking, and they took it as I'm being I'm overreacting, or I'm not making sense. But I really did, but I feel like they wasn't getting the point. I couldn't get my point across because they was too busy judging the situation or judging the conversation. And it's not that I am feeling a certain way. It's just that I wanted to be honest between me and you. Like I want an honest relationship. If you do something or a relationship that you had with somebody, y'all was intimate and this and that. All I want is the truth. I don't care or nothing, but as a friend, you're going to tell me that truth. You're going to tell me the truth because, we're just friends. But if I feel like you're holding back or there's some type of, the energy just ain't sitting right, that's how I told him, like, it's not, I feel like the energy that you usually give, we're not, connecting the way we used to connect. We're not vibing in the same way because I feel like there's something, blocking that energy. So I explained myself in that way, but all they took it as is that, oh, you just acting this way, who are you to lie to? I'm like, okay, so I must not be important. I must not be relevant. And that's the way I'm going to take it because, like I said, usually when you're being cautious with somebody, you kind of, it's like beating around the bush type thing because you don't want to hurt their feelings. So it's like, oh, so you really don't care. Who am I to care? And I feel like that's kind of where, we need to kind of explain ourselves a little bit more. Even though you just throw words out there, words can hurt people and hurt the situation more than you think. Um, So yeah, that's just something I didn't understand. I'm like, wow, so you don't care, you know? Caring is being honest and being cautious. And even if you wasn't being honest, then you would explain to me, take your time to explain to me, what you meant. But this person doesn't do that. And yeah, um, it's not gonna hurt my feelings that you're not interested in me in that way because we are just friends. But yeah, I'm gonna just need some understanding. Um, so yeah. I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm gonna get me some breakfast, and I think I need to make a trip to the store, but I don't know if I'm going to yet. Um, like I said, I might wrap his gifts, but I don't know about that yet. I still gotta fold his clothes, and I'm trying to get his gifts out the way because I know Christmas break is coming up, and I don't want to wrap his gifts while he's, here because, you know, he's going to see. Um, he picked out a toy at the store, and in one of my videos when I was making a vlog, I was cooking a gumbo. I mean, is it gumbo? Was it gumbo? I don't think it was gumbo. I was making my see, I can't even figure out what it was. But I was making my soup stuff, I didn't even think of what I called it. But yeah, I was making that, and he was like, "Where my balls at?" And he was talking about this. He was like, because he picked out these super sticky balls to throw against the wall, and I just let him get it. But I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, "You're not getting it now." So, and I wound up putting it in his little Christmas stocking. So he don't know what's in here. Um, he doesn't know where it is at all, honestly. He just know that he got it from the store and it wasn't in the bag. So I, I hurried up and snuck out the bag and put it in his stocking because he ain't getting it till Christmas. Like, you picked out a toy, and this is what I call knickknacks for the stocking. Any little thing that they want, you know, this was only $1. So, you usually would go to like the Dollar Tree and stuff and get little knickknacks for them to put in these stockings. And that's what I did. So, um, just because they got it don't mean they was going to receive it then. So, yeah, I put it in his stocking. So yeah, I have something to talk about going forward, but I cannot think about it. So, that's all for now. I will talk to y'all later. I'm going to get some food, some breakfast in my system, and then go from there. Um, so, yeah. Um, I was just thinking about, like, I could go to the Dollar Tree and go get him some stocking knickknacks. But then I just thought about all the things that I just said I was going to do, and that's kind of preventing me from going out there. Um, but I might still go out there and get it. I don't know. That might be something I have to do today if I don't wait too long to get around to it. But yeah, um, so if I'm not wrapping his presents, I'm probably out going to get some more knickknacks for stocking. Um, and yeah, so yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Um,
2 hours later.
so I'm just waking up, and why I had a dream that maintenance was knocking, I think at the door across the hall, and it was banging and banging. Y'all want to know why I'm having a dream about maintenance? Because where is maintenance? Where is maintenance? They supposed to be fixing my sink. I can't even. I have to deal with the unclean sink because my sink is clogged every time I run water. I don't have no freaking light in my um kitchen over there in my sitting area. There's no light. Like, where is maintenance? I'm sitting around waiting for maintenance and they have not showed up yet. Like, I'm getting tired of waiting on them. I got other stuff that need done. But why is they in my dreams? Why is they in my dream? Because they ain't here and they on my mind. Like, I need I need my stuff fixed. Where are y'all at? I should not be waking up from my dream, a dream about maintenance. Like, that just lets you know where my mind is at. I need y'all to come fix my stuff, for real. Because y'all are disturbing my peace. Y'all are disturbing my sleep. You know? So, yeah. My kitchen ain't clean, by the way. I need to clean my kitchen. Mm. I need to pull it together. Pull it together, girl. Pull it together. So yeah, I got a call. I have to call to get my prescription refilled. And I don't think I have any more refills. I only had 2 refills. And in January, I was supposed to go to my doctor. But I have to freaking call them because I have no refills. So, yeah. That's kind of what got me stuck right now because I barely have any medicine. And, yeah. I don't know what to do. Yes, I do. But I'm about to call them and see what they can do. Oh, so yeah, I'll talk to you.